How's it going, everyone? So, in terms of something on the new Ginyu Force banner here that just dropped in Dragon Ball Legends, now this actually was a bit of a surprise, I'd have to say, because for the reveals and stuff, they usually like to introduce like a new LF or something really hype coming to the game. But yeah, we've got the Ginyu Force units here, and none of them are actually LFs, but they actually do like pretty good units. So we will be summoning, of course. Here's the banner. It doesn't look too good, I guess. I mean, the Ginyu units are alright, but other than that, it's a pretty average banner. It is sort of like it is a Mega Rising banner, so there is a few LFs in the banner, which does make it a little bit more worth summoning for, but at the same time, it's not like a superly, must summon banner. But I am glad we are getting more Ginyu Force units. I was hoping we'd actually get a Zenkai for the green Ginyu that we got at the moment in game, which has been around for what, since the game's actually started. So it was a little bit of a surprise we haven't got his Zenkai, but I'm assuming it's because we got the new Ginyu here now, the revival one. Which, the revival mechanic that they've introduced is pretty interesting. So the thing with Ginyu is you have a 30% chance to revive with him, but you can build that up to nearly 100%. I think there's like a few things you have to do, like, I don't know if it's certain strike cards or something. I can't really remember off the top of my head, but there's a few things you can do that can like nearly guarantee it, or at least increase the boost up, which is definitely a good mechanic, and I think they can probably experiment a little bit more with that. Like, maybe they could do it with a fusion unit as well. They could have like a mechanic with an ultra, so you can fuse to, I don't know, Gogeta Blue, for example, if you get... I'm not too sure how they're going to do it. Nice. This is guaranteed that new unit as well, by the way. But I'm not sure how they could do it, like, because they wouldn't do a revive, I don't think, for a fusion. But like I said, I do think the mechanic that they've done here with the chance of the revival is interesting, and they can definitely expand on it. Nice, recruitment gold, I'll take that. The good thing as well I want to point out with these units as well is all the ZP you get for sparkings, like, you know, the ones you can actually use on units, you can actually use on these ones, which is good. Because if they were all, well, if Ginyu was in LF, for example, you have to slowly build them up, but at least we get heaps of Z power for free. So doing the grind will be less painful. And by the way, I think that Kaioken Goku is now 14 stud now. He is nice, perfect timing. Because I've actually been using all my Z power to actually put into him now, the Kaioken Goku, but as you can see, I don't need to do that now. But these Ginyu Force units, if I have to say just the initial glance here, they do look good, but like I said, I don't think the banner itself is worth summoning on, because we very well could see an LF at the end of the Celebrate, well, maybe 2 weeks now we could see a new LF. I'm assuming next week we'll see a Zenkai, but yet again we could also just see a brand new LF. But I did want to mention as well, Toshi basically confirmed we aren't getting an Ultra this month, because he said in the reveals and stuff video then, he said we don't have plans for an Ultra, so if I had to assume he's just letting everyone know, don't worry about it, we're not going to get an Ultra. He could be lying, he very well could be, but at the same time, I don't think he would say that unless it was true, so... In one way, I guess it's good, because that does sort of, not confirm, but I think strongly suggest we could see Ultra, maybe Ultra Super Saiyan Goku get his Zenkai, which I'll talk about in a separate video. I think that'd be very hype for Legends. Okay, nice, another Trunks animation, we'd like to see that. So I would like to see Ultra Super Saiyan Goku get his Zenkai. I think that would really lift up the celebration, because at the moment, realistically, the only hype thing for me is the new free-to-play Goku that we got, because his artwork is very good. I will be having a video up for that very shortly, probably once this video is uploaded. But yeah, I do like the new free-to-play Goku. Okay, nice, another dupe. I haven't looked at his kit yet though, so he could be very good as a free-to-play unit, but I think even though he's free to play, I'd recommend farming him up to 14 stars, because yet again, it helps set your account power level, and if we do get like maybe a super hard free to play event eventually in the future, we could, you know, you could obviously use him. But yeah, I do like the artwork that they used. What else is there? There wasn't really anything else bigger this celebration. There is a new event for Ginyu Force as well, which I guess I could do a quick short video about. Yeah, other than that, this update wasn't really that impressive. In the reveals and stuff, they did also mention we get new PvP changes, which is obviously very good. And I think that'd be, by the sounds of it, the PvP changes sound more enjoyable to play. Sort of. well, not enjoyable, but less of a grind or a hassle, I would have to say. But yet again, we won't know to actually see in game what it's actually really about. So I think they said at the end of the month we should see it, which could be very good because that could be when we see Ultra Super Saiyan go get his Zenkai. But yet again, who knows what's happening with the celebration yet? Another dupe, really? We can't. I don't really want to summon too deep on this banner. The only other reason I'm probably going to continue summoning is because I also want to get the Extreme Android 7, no, 18. I need the Extreme, yeah, Extreme Android 18, I think, yeah. So I will probably keep summoning on the banner until I eventually get her. Whether I do or not, who knows, because Extreme units are very hard to pull, as you can see. And knowing that I just have to get the certain one makes it a little bit harder for me, but it should be right. I might do a separate video talking about we should summon or skip, but like I've said, I don't really recommend summoning on the banner. Considering, by the looks of it, I'd have to say we're probably going to get an LF Freezer, probably towards the end of the celebration. By the way, here, I'm also going to start speeding up the summons here, just to make the video a little bit quicker. But yeah, I do expect an LF Freezer coming very soon, by the looks of it. Because, like I said, this is a big sort of campaign that they usually like to do. And since it's, like, featured around the Freezer Saga, I'm pretty sure we will see some Freezer representation eventually. But yet again, we could also just get, like, a really good Zenkai. Maybe the full power Freezer could get his Zenkai. The LF one. At the same time, though, it's not confirmed, so it could just literally be anything. It's just speculation at this point. But I think would make... Okay, is this Ginyu? Okay, Ginyu, nice. The funny thing I want to quickly talk about Ginyu is, I like how they actually introduced the frog. So, I don't know if I mentioned it before, but if you fail with the revival with Ginyu, you can actually turn into the frog. I don't think you can play as the frog. I think you just die, but you just you see a little transformation of you turning into a frog. So that's pretty funny, I'd have to say. The only thing that sort of annoys me is we got a frog in the game, but we don't have like a Dende or something like that. So that's a little bit annoying, but who knows? Maybe now they'll start to put in them sort of units like a Dende or... I don't know, who was Yajirobe? I know we already got Yajirobe, but... I'm trying to think of another unit that hasn't really been represented yet. King Kami or something, like just something stupid, but they don't have to be like an actual unit, but maybe they could like help in like a partner super attack or something like that. I think that'd be pretty cool. Nice Bardock animation here. But the good thing with Legends is they're starting to slowly introduce new stuff, which is very good. Because now we're getting more players in that, they're starting to realize they need to start making more... There's actually pretty good multi there, by the way. But you can tell Legends want to experiment more because new players are coming and they want to try to... build up the hype again. I mean, like, for me, I've been playing this game for several years now. I still find it enjoyable. But I can see why, like, experimenting with new stuff is good for the new player base. Well, and also the old player base, because you do get used to seeing the same stuff. Like, summon animations here, for example. I think they could do more stuff eventually with that. Who knows, but yet again, Dokkan has the same summon animations for, like, what, 3 years now or something? So, they must be very hesitant making new stuff. Maybe because I don't know if people are going to like it or not, which is understandable. I can see why they don't want to experiment, but with these sort of gacha games, you sort of have to keep pushing the limits, sort of. Like, for example, with Cell Max, even though we've got him in the game now, I think it'd be better if you could actually use him instead of just like a... what they call like a death active skill sort of thing, like a death revival, not revival, but final blow, I think they call it. So I think if they can somehow make it you can play as Cell Max, I think that'd be very hype. But giant units are probably hard to animate as well. Like in Dokkan, it's a bit easier because it's 2D animations, but since Legends has like proper animations, it makes it a little bit harder to probably animate. Okay, nice. We got Jason Burtis, so we'll probably stop summoning now. We got all that I wanted, so I can't really complain. So we did go through a fair bit of CC there, but as you can see, we're pretty much done. So we eventually got, yeah, pretty lucky in the end. But that will be it for today's video, guys. If you guys like this video and want to see more, please like and subscribe for more. And yeah, I'll see you all in the next one.